Go 15 days. 10 days అనుకుంటాను. ఎగ్జిస్టింగ్ ఆల్రెడీ 17 అని చెప్తుంది. ఆల్రెడీ రికార్డింగ్ ఉంది. చెప్తాను అదే ఆల్రెడీ 20 క్లాస్ అయిపోయింది.
కాదు ఈడు రానా సరే ఇక్కడ ఉందా ఎవరు లేరు ఇది పాస్ చేయొచ్చు. Hi everyone. Good morning. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Santosh.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, my name is Shankar. I am going to tell you today the Unix commands how to use in the server side. Normally, you guys are, I think, joined for the SQL classes, right? So, if you want to work on server side, like file transferring, to edit in the server side, to connect to the SQL database from the server, for all those things they will use different linux boxes, linux software actually. So windows is the not safest for server side, so everyone normally you prefer the linux servers, okay? So everything handled in linux servers. So for the connection of linux, there is different tools are there, putty, tactia, and some of the other things. So you can see my screen, right? Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1 second. This is the one tool we can connect to the server from Windows. Putty. So we have to give the host name and all. This is different actually, so we can't directly practice as like a SQL developer in localhost. So for that we have created the linux system from the AWS server, and we are using that server into local to connect to the putty. So basically, Windows and all UI, graphical user interface. So we can drag and drop. You can go to. We can see the folders, files, and all. It is user friendly, right? But it is difference in the Linux side. So whatever we will do from the Windows, same thing we can replicate in the Linux machine as well, server side. And this is the safest place. So for the hacking and all, it's difficult from the Linux server side. Everything is in the code like command prompt, right? So it will be like same. This is also there will be a for Linux also Red Hat and all GUI also it is there like Windows, but most of the people will prefer to working for the project side for the related works. They will use putty, like not putty, this Linux server. This is putty is one of the tool we can to connect to the server. So there are you got all guys are know, right? Like in Windows command prompt cd, like how to directories creation and all. Anyone idea? Command prompt in Windows. So in Windows, this is the command prompt, right?
Yeah, we can.
So for the in Windows, what are the directories and all? For the commands are different, right? Suppose the dir is for whatever the directories in the Windows and all, like cd for the going to back, like that same thing where there is a Linux, we can almost same, but it will be some other familiar, some of the other commands are there. So there are some basic commands actually. So these will be useful in your when you are working in project side. Like this is the one of the command is pwd. Pwd means the present working directory, which means where you are currently located in the server. So this is the path you are right now in the folder. Like in Windows, right? You can, this is your path, right? Desktop is one of the folder, course is, this is the path we can say in Windows. Where you are located in Windows means you will give normally this path, right? The same way in Linux side also it will be for get to know where we are located in the server, exactly in which directory. So in the Windows we call it as a folders, right? Normally these are the folders, right? So the same thing, it will be name it as a directory. There is no folder concept. Like the keyword is different from Windows to Linux. In Linux, we call it same folder as a directory, but in Windows, we normally the naming is folder, but here it is directory. This is the current directory right now. I am in the server, like putty in putty. So for the list of directories in the Linux machine, in the current directory, files and directories, forget to know, there is a command, a list command, ls command. So when you write the ls and enter, then it will give the what are the files and the folders. It will be there. It will be there in the current directory. ls minus l, so it will give the, see, normal ls it will give just file name, directory name. See, directories will be color will be different and files names will be color different. So which is there in here in blue color, these are the directories like a folder. This is one of the folder. When you will do ls minus l, a list, it will give line wise. So this is one of the file you can see here for Shankar. This is a one of one directory. Initially, first term it is D. D means it's a directory. Okay. For files, there will be nothing here. For directories, it will be there D, and this will be. I will explain what it means. R, W, and all. Okay. So this is the date which are we have created the files, and these are the file names, other file names. So there are different commands like a date command. It will display the current date. Like in the SQL, there is sys date is there, right? It will display current date and time in the SQL side. It will give the date actually. One second. It should give with the time as well. Okay, 11:18. Here the format we have set it only date. That's why it is showing as a just date. But it should display with time also. When you click on the record, it will show with time as well. Okay. The same way for get to know whatever we will do from the here, the same things we can do from the Linux side as well. It will display the current date. If you want to see the calendar of this year, it will give one second. Cal command is there. Sorry, cal command is there. So it will show the calendar for this entire year. If we will give the number of which year if we want. So if we want particular month 2022, it will display for that month alone the calendar and all. So there is a command, clear command for clearing the screen. Like it will whatever we have, we practice it right. That will go up till. So it will be clear. We can run the from here from fresh. You guys are getting right. If you want to write it these commands, please write it because these commands are very useful in your future, like when you are working in the project. If they will tell anything to like to locate the pick the file, or else you have to place the files from your local to server side. For file handling, these all are mandatory actually, basic commands. You guys are getting right.
Uh, yeah.
If any
Can
doubts, just let me know. I will repeat those commands again. Okay.
will you please repeat again, Shankar?
Which command? I have. See,
That
there are the commands. It will show as like a simple, but you will forget after some time. Okay. So that's why I'm telling to write it somewhere.
yeah, yeah.
Anyway,
Keep
we
the
will
notes,
provide
man.
the recording, but still, if you will write, you will remember well.
Yeah. How you kept like how you get that whole here that you mentioned
That's
that all is
the default command actually. See, that is the syntax we can say. Cal is the one command in Unix. See, we will here in the Windows, right? We are operating with the mouse. Like if we want this is GUI. So we are just clicking on the whenever we click on that folder, it will open and all, right?
yeah.
So for here, we can't see directly. If even files are there, here it is visible. That's why we can see here it is AWS, GCP, Python is there inside of the courses folder. But here when it comes to it won't be like that. So we are interacting with the commands with the system. Okay, these commands will interact with the software which are there exactly over there. One second. Okay. Yeah, so we are interacting with the system by using commands. Okay, here there is no concept of clicking and going inside of the folder and all, right? Anyone is joined? Wait. Hmm. Okay. So everything we have to tell the system by using commands only, right? We can see nothing from the server. If we want to see anything as there in the system, we are typing some commands and it will return with the some output. You guys are getting? Yeah, please, if you have any doubts, please tell here itself, because I won't be here to explain. Like if you will come next day or next day, I won't be here. So he will tell SQL side. I just took the Linux side because this will be helpful in the future projects when you are working in project, right? So it will be helpful. Suppose if you go to production project, if anything you want to update the, like here you learn some updates, alteration and all, right? When you will go to work in projects, right, these whole things you won't insert from here. It won't work out over there in the project. These whole things you should run from the server side. You have to connect from one of the Linux server, and you have to go to directories wherever they have given, and you have to run this for applying the patches.
Uh,
These
I have
things
doubt
we
because
will,
in
yeah, okay,
SQL, what we are writing the queries,
yeah.
this queries only in the Unix. I mean Linux, we are going to write this queries in the command
No,
prompt.
when see for insert and all this for learning, okay. If you will want to do any, still you will write it the commands and enter, like execute from here in the dev environments and all. When it comes to production, right, you won't be access to run from the tool,
Okay.
because you can do anything from here,
Okay. Yeah.
right? If you will give, you can modify the production data that will be affect to the user, right? Suppose you are working in any of the city or like any of the bank, if you will, if they will give the access to you particular user, if somebody having 1,000 rupees in their account, if you will update directly 10,000, who will responsible for that here? If you will enter, because this is just user friendly, you will just click it here, right? So when this is individual user, they will give. But when it comes to applying the patches to production, you have to log into secured server. Okay, you
Okay.
will create some files in here. Here only you will write all these commands and files you will create here. But for executing, definitely you will apply from here,
Server.
server side.
Yeah.
Okay. You got it right? How it is
Yeah.
related from here to here, from
Yeah.
server,
Yeah.
from whatever
Yeah.
you are
Understood.
working, you are learning those things. For development, PL SQL is different programming language. You will write some packages, procedures, and all here, and it will run somewhere. Okay, from front end technologies like Java, Python, or somewhere. But comes to SQL alone, if you are learning only SQL and you are going to in any of the production project, then you have to do these things. You got it right?
Yeah. I
What
got
I'm
it.
saying. So that's why these commands are important. You should familiar all these commands, because here you can just click. If you want, if you whatever you find here, if you are searching, if you not found from here, you will click on go above, like to back, forward button and backward arrow, you will go. It will be user friendly, but here it won't be like that, right?
Yeah.
So you should familiar actually all these commands. So don't neglect these commands. Just write it anywhere and you can practice. That will be well. It's easy only, simple, but you should remember. That's it. Okay. So for username, one second. So this is the command you get to know by using this command log name. Who is user? Like who logged into this user? EC2 user. Okay, this is the username currently I have logged into. Okay, and there is a command. Uname. This will give software which operating system you are using. Actually, in Linux also, like there are different software is there operating systems. Ubuntu is there, Red Hat, Linux is there. Some other there are different vendors like for Windows, right? We have one, right? But when it comes to Linux, like there are different operating systems. So this is a Linux operating system currently we are using. There is a host name. Okay, host name it will give. If we will enter the host name command. This is for host name hyphen I. It will be a IP address which we have connected. Okay. See guys, you should be interactive. Then only the session will go good. Okay. That will
Yeah,
then only I
I
can
have
understand that you guys are understanding the whatever I am saying here.
that. I have doubt, Shankar.
Yeah.
The log name, new name, that host name. These are all like commands,
Comments.
right?
Yes.
Yeah. So these are all constant. If you work on another project and all, it will be same
No,
right
log
now.
name. See, here I have used username is EC2 user. Okay, so there
Yeah.
are several users. So here I have created this system through Linux. That's why it came like from the AWS. In AWS, there is a concepts like EC2 and all. That's why it came as a EC2 mission. So
Oh,
if you
easy
will
to.
go to your project, they will give your name, your username. It means
No,
it
for
will be your
example,
name.
I want to access to IP address.
Yeah,
So
you
I
can
use
run this
host name,
command in your when you logged into the system. You can just type this
host.
command hostname
Yeah.
minus I. So wherever you whichever the IP address you have connected that time, it will display.
Okay, that is constant. Host name minus I is a constant.
These are the commands will be constant. It will
Okay, okay.
retrieve some like some SQL query something. If you are typing something and executing, right? You are
Yeah,
just
yeah.
select star from EMP. You will change the
Yeah.
table name alone. That's it. It will result
Okay.
very based on the data. The same thing here as well. We will type some commands. These are the syntaxes. Okay,
Okay,
just
okay.
1 second.
Yeah, I got it.
So these are the syntaxes. It will be same only. We can play with these commands. That's it. There is a command who, so it will give you a number of users whoever the how many times logged in this server, who are connected to this server currently. Okay, like this is coming like the username is same, but here 0 1 2 3 4 5 it is coming, right? Because I have closed before previous session due to network issue. That is also is running, but here for us it is closed. But these all five systems connected to this same server. Okay, like there is a who am I is there. So whom as I. So current server and which user currently we are using, like who is connected right now. It will give if we will type who am I. Okay. If you want to switch to other users, then switch user su command you have to use it. Like in the here there are different schemas and users will be there, right? CC is there, system is there, this. So in Linux, we can switch it from one user to another user as well by using su command. You should know the username and password to switch it. Okay. there is one more command, exit command. If you want to exit this, we will type the exit and it will close that session. Like same as a Windows command prompt only. Any doubts till now? See, if you know the command name and you don't know what it will do, that command, like you want to know what are the features of that command, then there is a one command, man command. Okay, so it will be like a wiki type. It will give different variation features for the same command. Like for man ls I given, right? So it will give the options what we can do with the ls command. Ls means it won't only show the list of files, we can do different options, we can get it by adding some delimiters and parameters to that command. Man command is like a help, we can check through what we can achieve with this command. Okay, you guys are getting. See, I have typed ls minus l, right? See, use for a long listing format. If I will give inode, it will index number like that. It will give. Okay, you guys are getting. So what man command will give entire command help what we can achieve through ls command. Descriptive way it will give the man command.
For example, if you have any in the server, if you get any doubt and all, we can use mn man ls. So
Yeah,
we
if
can refer.
you,
We can
yeah, if you
we can
want,
refer.
yeah, you can refer man command, like it will give what are the various features for that command. For all commands, whichever command you want, if you just know the command name but you don't know what it will do or what we can achieve through that command,
Yeah.
so in
You
that
can.
time you can type it man and you can enter the command name, it will give.
What is that? The man that is called present working directory, right? PW.
PWD, present working directory.
So if you use man, simply we can use PWD means we'll get that working directory now.
Yes, if you will simply use PWD means current working directory, present working
Okay.
directory, okay, where
Yeah.
currently you are located in your system in server,
Okay. Okay.
okay. Like right
What
now
what
I
is the
am here
difference
in the
man PW?
AWS folder, right?
Yeah.
Like you will get the path where you are currently located.
Okay. Okay. Oh, the class path.
Yes, correct.
What is the difference then man PWD means? You mentioned man PWD.
No, this is a one command, okay,
Okay.
that like a help. So it will provide the descriptive way for this command features.
Okay. 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 About okay.
These are the commands only. Just it
Oh,
will give what this ls command will do with
okay. We can refer.
various features.
I understand.
Understood, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So there is a cat command. Anyone know? Anyone at least see the Unix system till now? Like in your academics, it should come actually one of the subject at least for BTech or any other people. So cat command we can use for various features. Like we can create a file by using cat command. Okay, for we can open the file with cat command. Cls minus lrt. These are the files, right? Test and test2 and all. So if you want to open this file, you can just type the cat and the file name. You want to know what it is there inside of that file. Like if anything we will open from notepad or anywhere, right? The files. This is one file we have opened through notepad. So these are the text and all we can see here. The same way we can see by using cat command what it written from inside of that file. We can use many other commands also there alternative, like we can use more the test command will give. See what is the difference, like this is also one more command more. If it is the file is bigger, like we can see these are number of lines is till 121, right? But we can see till 40 lines only, right? So we can the entire display it will show whichever the length of the display, it will show that more command for that file content we can see. So cat is for creating the files and we can see the content of the file. Okay, like if you want to create new file like test123. Right now there is no file with the test123. Okay, if normal without any other features, like we can just type cat test123, so it will open the content of the file. Currently there is no file with the name test123. Okay, so right, for creating the file test123 greater than, we have to use cat space the greater than space that file name what we want to create. Here we can type it some other like for testing whatever the content we have to write it. Okay, one number of lines whatever we can't we can type now, we can just type it. And if we want to close this, control D we have to. So this is the content, the testing in one line, and second is it will be in second line. If we want to see this file, cat test123. Okay. So this content we have written in the test123 file. Okay. If we want to append the text to existing file, we have to use cat greater than the file name whichever we want to append the text to that file, and we can write it so it will append in the end of the file, like third line appending. So now we can see cat test123. Okay, it's appended in the end. There are three features is there by using cat. One thing, we can open the existing file, we can see the content of the file, just typing cat and file name. If we want to create new file, so cat greater than whichever the name we want to give for the new file, and uh, we can execute this and we can type it, and in the end we can do control D, we can write the content to that file. So there is a third option. We can append the data to existing file by using cat greater than file name. So we can type it in that end. So it will append in the end of the file. Any doubts? This cat command is very important, because if you want to create any file, like if you want to keep it these things, this insert statements or anything in the file, you have to do cat greater than that file name whatever you want, and you can type it, or else there is one more thing, scripting side va editor, there also we can create the file. That I will show you once I will start the shell script. But before that, the command level you have to know.
Uh, the thing is, first we create the file, no, cat greater than test123.
Yeah,
Finally, control B or control D.
control
For,
D.
D, okay.
Yeah, for coming out of that typing and all.
So again, we have to add the any content inside means cat greater than test one two three.
Yeah, for appending the text to end of the file, for existing file, we have to use it cat greater than
Okay,
that
that means
file
end
name.
of the file. We are going to close the file.
Yes, yes. In
Oh,
end of
that
the
time.
file, we can append.
Okay, that my question is like if you want to add any content inside the file means what? How can I add? For
In,
example, you created the file
yeah, okay.
cat test one two three.
Okay.
We can give two lines. Yeah, as a name testing second. For example, I want to add one more means how can I add?
Again, same cat greater than for existing file, whatever, how many
Okay,
times we
greater
want.
than. Okay, okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Test one, two, three.
yeah. From that we can.
Yeah, appending second time. Control D. Cat test one, two, three. Okay. For clearing the screen, clear command we can use.
Clear command. Yeah.
Yeah. So there are three features available for cat command. Anyone can tell like all of the three options. I don't know whether you guys are getting other than Santosh, no one is replying here. Hello. Guys, I should know like whether you guys are understanding or not at least. Okay then. There is a one more command, touch command is there. Okay, if we want to create empty files without content, but we want to create some files, there is a touch command like test one two. So it will create a empty file test one two. There will be nothing inside of that file. There is no content inside of that file. You can see it's empty file. Like if you want to know like file type, so you can just type the file and you can give test one two. It will give empty. So there is a command whether it is a file or directory or empty file. There is a file command is there. You can type it file and whichever the file you want, like see it is a directory. Okay, it will tell you whether it is a directory and what type of file and whether it is empty or not. Those we can get to know by using file command. In cat command there is other features like test cat test1 test1 2. One second, cat test test2. So if we will give multiple files, it will show the content, both the files content. So cat test I have given and test one two also, like test two also. You can see cat test. The content is only till a matching word. Okay, till this point. This is from the second test file. Cat test two. So we can append the whole content of the files with the space parameter, like we can give test cat test and another second, whichever we want to see the other content file as well. So it will show, it will combine the whole content and it will show us. So if we want to create empty files, multiple empty files, then we can write it touch command, touch, and file 1 space file 2 space file 3. So all these files are created. You can see by using ls command again, you can see file 1, file 2, file 3. Okay. Hello.
Sir, I have one doubt.
Okay.
By using cat command and touch file, both commands we will able to write files.
See, cat command we can create with content. You got it right?
Okay.
We are just giving a cat greater than something like whatever the file we want to give it, we can type it and we can type the content and we'll press the control D. 1 second. Yeah. So the file is created, but by using touch command we can't write the content to that file. We can just create the empty file. For touch, there is no option here. You can see, right? Once you just type the command and empty file, it will come out. It will create empty. It won't giving the chance to enter any content to the file.
No, then what is the purpose of empty file? Final, we can further we can get any
Yes.
data.
Yeah. For future, if you want to write in the shell script or on the fly in programming level, if you want to write the content, okay, so we can create empty files and after some time in the processing, once process is completed, we can put that content in the runtime. Okay. Got it
Sir,
right?
sir, one more doubt.
Okay.
To, to verify our result, we can use the cat command also. Sir?
Verify result mean, so you want to see the file, then we can like after processing whole thing you are asking.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, we can see by using cat command with that file. Once text content comes to that file na, then we can use the cat command simply as usual.
Okay.
So if you want to delete the file, there is one command remove rm. Okay. So for that we can remove by using rm command, like see right now I have removed the file 1 ls minus lrt. This file 1, it was there, right? Now it is removed. You can see here.
We have to give ls minus lrt or simply rm file, remove file.
No, for removing the file, for delete the file, we will give rm and file name. Okay.
Yeah.
This I have given to see again whether it is deleted or not. This
Okay.
is
For
another command.
okay.
It is deleted here. It won't give any like deleted or like that. It won't show anything. Okay.
Yeah. LSLRP for checking whether
For
deleted or not.
yeah, just for list of files currently it is there. What are the files are there or not? Like for this.
Again, I want to add means again I want to go cat file, cat
Yes,
command.
correct. See, if we will give rm minus I, okay, so it will ask to user whether are you sure you want to delete like that. Okay, rm space test space I test. It is asking remove regular file test. If you want yes, then you can type it n. If you don't want to delete, then you can type it no. It won't delete.
Okay, this is another command to delete it.
Which one? Rm.
Rm minus I test.
Rm is for deleting the file or directory. Okay.
Okay.
For both, I will tell you how to create the directory as well. So there is a command mkdir command to create a directory. Test directory. Test dir. So see, for file creation, we have used the cat command, right?
Yeah.
With content. If we want to create a folder, we should use the mkdir command, make directory. Okay, mkdir and directory name whichever we want. It nothing but it's like folder only. Previously, there is only one folder, one directory, Shankar. Now it is created test directory as well by using mkdir.
For deleting the file, simply I can give rm file name. That's enough.
Yeah, rm space file name.
But you gave like rm minus I test. Yes or no?
Yeah, so if we will give rm just file name, it won't ask whether you want to delete or not. It won't
Okay.
ask
Okay.
the question. It will simply delete the file.
Okay. This is for another way.
Another way, because unnecessarily sometimes we will remove the important data, right? So in that time, it will like indicate. It will ask one more time.
Okay.
Are you
For
sure you want
make
to
sure
delete
that.
or like that? Like that.
Yeah. Got it.
It indicates once. Okay. If we want to delete directory, remove test dir. If we will give is a directory, it is telling okay we can't delete simply rm and directory name. If it is a file, then we can delete. For that we have to use rm minus r. Okay, for directory deletion, hyphen r we have to use it. It means actually it's a recursive. R means so whatever there inside of that it will delete still. The files with files it will delete. Got it? So if we want to go inside of the folder like directory, we have to use change directory cd Shankar. So we are right now in the Shankar directory. Okay. PWD we can see the path now. So if we type any other like test dir, so now we can see ls minus lrt will give emp file. There is a file and directory d. So right now we are in this directory. If we want to go again to this another directory test dir. So right now we are in test directory, which means we came after like two folders, two directories. We can directly, if we want to go back to that back directory, cd dot dot. So it will go one step to back. You are getting right?
Um,
For changing the directory from one directory to another directory, we will use cd command. Change directory, cd means. If we want to go back to the back directory like parent folder, so it will be cd dot dot. So one folder it will go back. Suppose test dir. So right now we are in test directory. Cd will give, this will be home directory. In cd there are multiple options are there. Okay, if we want to go to other directory, forward directory, we can give the path cd and the whatever the path, like cd test dir. Suppose if we want to go two steps forward, like to, like no need to go first shankar and next directory, so we can give like directory name cd command shankar again test dir. So it will, one second, shankar test dir.
I don't come in here.
Okay, we can give the path directly. Right now I am in test directory.
No, this is for particular directory you choose and you got it, right?
Yes.
Sankar test directory. Okay. Then we can directly type it cd Sankar test directory.
Yeah.
Okay. Slash
So we
Sankar.
can go like exact path wherever we want if we have the path already.
In this case, I want to create a new directory means mk directory.
mkdir.
dir.
Yeah. So guys,
Okay, hold on.
I don't know
Hold on.
you guys are remember or not. There is a cat command for creation of file. There are three options. One is create new file to see the content of the file,
And greater than test.
and also we can append. For rm, for removing the directory, or file. For removing the directory we have to use it r. Okay, mkdir to create new directory. Okay, pwd is for to get to know the current working directory, present working directory. Any other commands we discuss? CD, change the directory.
Touch command.
Yeah, touch command is for create the empty file.
Delete.
Yeah, for delete RM we have used it, right?
Okay.
Man command, you know, right? Like help
Yeah, man.
type of command.
Who am I?
Yeah, those things actually admins they will use those log name, username, and all those things not mandatory. But these all the things for everyone it is important. Okay, because we won't anyway that who am I. Those things will normally check the admins because they will handle with the users, right? They will create the users and they will do something, some of the for environment setups and all.
Exit is needed. Exit from
Exit for closing the session.
complete
Exit
command
from
prompt
the
is
session. Yeah.
clear. Clear on
Yes. Clear for clearing the
command
screen. Clear screen.
ls command.
Yeah. ls command is list of files.
files. Yeah.
Any other command we have discussed?
Yeah.
That's it, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, we
You
just
said multiple something. Empty touch, that is okay, fine.
touch files. We can create multiple empty file creation and all. See, at the time of listening, we can easily understand, but after some time now, we won't remember these
Yeah.
things. That's for sure. That's why I'm telling to write it somewhere. We have experienced that previously. If we listen, it will be easy,
Yeah, yeah.
but when comes to typing, then we will get to know.
Uh, Three folder is there means I want to see previous folder. That is what you said. Back something. Back.
In CD, actually, there are multiple options. I told, right? One second, I
Yeah.
don't know. It got hanged. Duplicate session. Current directories user folder I am there. See, right now I am in my home directory. Okay, I want to change the any of the directory if you have the path, or else if you want to change to now to another directory like Shankar. Right now Shankar is one of the directory, right? So just I am typing cd space that directory name. Now I will be in, I am in the Shankar directory.
Okay.
Here we can see any of the LRT files. There is one more directory inside of Shankar. Test directory is there. Like here in Windows, inside of courses, one more, there are other folders, right? AWS, GCP, Python. Like that, there are other folder inside of this Shankar. There is one more directory, test dir, the folder structures. So if you want to go back to home directory, then you can just cd dot dot.
Dot. Okay. Then
Yeah,
dot.
so one second. There is for going to home directory and there is back directory. There is
CD. No.
different
That home directory we have to use character, I think.
test dir. So now I am in test dir. So if we want to go to directly, no need to go Shankar folder. Okay, directory. I want to go home directory, whichever the path. If I am in 100 folders of depth, if I want to go to parent directory directly, like to home directory, we have to use cd and the
The
symbol.
symbol.
Yeah,
It's
this
like
symbol.
infinity or
No, it's not infinity. Cadles, I guess the
candles.
name.
Okay.
Yeah. So we will go directly to home directory.
Okay.
See, like if suppose I want to go forward to that directory, Shankar test dir.
Okay.
Directly I come to test dir. Okay. See the folder structures, how you are, how you we know now there is a here. One second. For AWS, course is the parent directory. For course, desktop is the parent directory. Okay, you got it right.
Yeah.
So there is a folder AWS right now, but for this, the parent directory is course. Like in
Course.
the Unix, test directory is the current directory. For parent directory of test directory is the one step back. Shankar is the parent directory for test directory.
For the Sankar, parent directory is the home
Home
directory.
directly, home
Yeah.
directory. Okay,
Got it.
but for test directory, home directory is direct home only.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, this is the folder structure in Linux side. So for the copy the files, there is a commands cp copy the files. For paste, it will be different. For copy, if I want to right now test directory, right? So if I see there is nothing inside of this, right? Test directory. So I want to copy the files from the Shankar directory to test directory. Okay, there is a emp file. This is the file emp file. I want to copy from Shankar directory to test directory. For this, we have to use cp copy command. Okay, cp from here, whatever the file we want to copy from here, and the space where we want to copy, the path we have to give. Okay, ls minus lrt, the emp file is there in the current directory as well in Shankar folder, and test dir. Right now I am in the test directory, ls minus lrt. I can see emp file here as well. Okay, for copying the file we can use cp command.
No, that means EMP file you are copying to test directory. CP EMP test
From,
directory.
yeah, from Shankar folder to test directory. Now the file is copy. Like in the Windows, if we will copy, the file will be there in both the folders, right?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
same way here also we can copy from the file from one folder to another file. Replica of the file in another folder. Okay. cd test dir, for removing the directory minus r test dir, right?
Minus IR.
I is, it will ask for the file whether we need to delete or not.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's deleted. For the, if we want to delete the directory, we have to use minus r. Okay, we can see now there is no this directory is not there. It is removed. It's
Remove.
deleted. It's created because by using mkdir we can create this thing. Okay, so suppose if you want the file path, like here you given the emp, right? You file current directory to you copied from the another folder. So if like other folders, like two three folders, after through two three folders if you want to copy, so you can give entire path cp whatever the file you want to copy from here, you can give like ABC directory and CD or some other thing. We can, if we want to copy from EMP file to inside of this AS directory, which means the folder is there. This is the path, so we can give the exact path as well. Got it right?
ABC,
These
these
are
are all
the directories. Just I given now for the example purpose.
okay. No, no, that EMP file. These are all going to copy ABCCDAS
No, no,
like that.
no. End of the inside of the AS.
Oh, instead of okay, 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 okay.
Okay.
That means the EMP file is going to store in AS.
Correct. The entire path where we want to copy
Ah,
the file.
that ABCCD, for example, you mentioned, I think.
Yeah. For example,
Yeah.
like test dir, if I will
Ah,
create
yeah, yeah.
one more folder inside of this test directory, that's why.
Yeah. Whatever things we have the folder, we have to mention according to that.
Yes. Any doubt in the cp command mkdir? The same way we can, there is a mv command for move. Okay. ls minus lrt. No, sorry. Right now we are in home directory, right? So ls minus lrt cd space shankar. Now from here, there are files. Suppose I want, there is a emp file. I want to move from shankar folder to test directory. Okay. So in that time, what we will cut paste we will do, right, in Windows. So it will disappear emp file from the current directory Shankar folder, and it will paste it into. It will copy into this here test dir. So you can see now it won't be there emp file test dir ls minus lrt. It is there file inside of the test directory. Okay. You got it right? mkdir test to dir. So now we have the test directory. Okay. So we are trying to remove this test dir. Sorry, why it should ask actually forceful? There is inside of the. Okay. There is nothing in the current directory right now. Any doubt till now for move, copy, or anything?
Sir, I have one doubt.
Okay.
To display to display numbers, what are the comments or used?
To display the numbers, to generate the numbers, is it?
Yes, sir.
So that will come in the shell script, okay? Because there is no limit direct, right? We can numbers from one to whatever the number we want. loops concept and all will come from where to where you want to generate the numbers.
Okay.
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 File command I told right already what type of file. This is directory, whether it is a directory or file. It will show the whether it is empty or not, empty file or not, like that. So we will create one file with the ei emp. This is the file emp that I have copy pasted from here to here. For creating the file, we have discussed if we want to type anything and all. For cat command I told you, right? Like we can create the files with the cat command, so like that only same there is a one more editor. So for creation of the files and for editing and all, it's like a note kind of notepad only. Like we can open the vi, there is a command vi, whatever the file name we want to give, test vi or something, it will be asked for the typing or pasting for thing. Once it is opened, we have to click on I, so then only it will come insert mode. Here it is, there are different modes you can see here. Just once we open the va and file name, you can't type it. For that we have to enter I for insert mode, and we can type and we can edit anything here. Okay. And we have to like test vi file. If we want to save, again we have to click on the escape, so it will go from insert mode to normal mode, and there is a colon and wq and exclamatory mark, so it will save the file and it will come out from there. ls minus lrt test vi, sorry, lrt will give entire things. Test vi file is there here. If you want to, if you have already changed this, if you will again give the same vi test vi, the existing file will open, we can see the content here. If something we have modified again, and if we want to save, we have to click like colon wq and all. Otherwise, if we don't want, if something we modified, okay, second line. So we don't want to this modification to file, so we can colon q instead of wq. We can just colon q and we can enter once again. Q exclamatory mark. It will come out. You can see that cat test vi. That second line is not saved into this file. Okay. So here we have discussed again copy files from one path to another path, and move command from moving file from one path to another path as well. And va editor, it's I will tell you more. There are some other information like how to delete the lines in the va editor, how to search the text in the va editor. Because if suppose thousands of line in the file, if you want to go to exact line number, then or if we want to go that if we want to search particular word, there are some shortcuts we have to enter over there. So that I will tell you in the time of shell script actually. And there is a paste command, like paste. See, I will show you what paste will do. Like ls minus lrt cat paste. Okay, the content is like various technologies appending second line and matching word is there in the another file cat test2. So here second line second testing file and all, here it is there. If you will create paste and the test one, paste test, one second, test and test two, right? Test and test two. So again greater than test out file two. So cat paste out file two. Paste out file is correct only.
Out spelling, correct?
Yeah, see, you can see here vi paste out file. No, spelling mistake.
No, the OUT is coming in that.
Yeah. So you can see the first file, this is the testing file, and from the second line, various technologies only is there. But it is up pasted from one line, appended with the next immediate to that completion of that line from the second file. This is the second testing file is from the content of the second file. Okay, line by line, it is concatenating in the file. You got it right? What paste command is doing now? There is a matching word line is there in the test file as well, and the matching word is there in second test file 2 as well. So the third line is appended from the second file to the first file third line. The second line of the test file first file, it is appended with the second line of the second file. Okay, like it will append concatenate the line by line from the both the files. Understood or still confusion? Hello. If you have any confusion, let me know. I will explain more. Otherwise, I will go for the next command. I'm considering it as you guys understood. I'm going for the next command then. So actually, basically, paste command. What copy file will do? Copy file from one path another path. So file will be there from both the paths, from wherever you are copying and from where to you copied. When comes to move, it will move the file to target folder, target directory. Okay, so it will remove from the current directory and it will paste it into the, like it will move the whole file into cut paste when comes to Windows type. But when the paste command, it will append the file files line by line. Okay, like suppose example file 1, the content is ABC. In second line cd like that. If suppose file 2, there is content xyz and one more thing ABC, then we will do paste file 1 space file 2, then output will be like ABC space xyz, the first line of the first file appending ending with the first line of the second file as well in the same row. And the same thing cdf space ABC will come. So what it will, this will do paste command. Now it should understand. Okay, now it should be. Hello, any confusion still from the cp move paste? Hello.
Okay, sir, you may proceed.
File type, to know the file type. And vi also I told, right? So see, and one more thing here, what I did, you observed or not, I just given the file name paste test1 test2 and greater than paste file 2 I have given. So what greater than will do, whatever the output of these two files, it will create as a new file, paste out file 2. So what greater than will do, whatever the left side of the output, if you give number of commands like 50 commands, whatever the ending of the output of that file, it will redirect to next whatever we will give. So the output will converted into as a new file, as a paste output file. I didn't create this file through cat command, right? It's auto created. When we given this cat greater than this whatever the output of this file will carry it, and it will create as a new file. Got it? The same way, whatever the output of the file, if we want to do further more operations, for we can apply the commands, we can use the, one second, why is it not showing? Just got duplicate session. Normally in real time it won't disconnect like this. This is just for dev environment type we have created. That's why it is hanging and it is not working properly. But when comes to real time, that won't exit like that. But for every server, there will be a specific time. If we won't operate like 5 minutes or 2 minutes, they will put some limit. It will close automatically. That session will close automatically. This is inactive. this is also inactive. No, yeah, okay. Less minus lrt. So cat emp. So this is the file. There is emp, that whatever the emp table data having the same thing. So if we want to display first column of the data only from the file, we have entire file, right? So for the query, like, we can choose only select emp number from the table name. So here if we want to show only emp numbers, there is a cut command we can use with the f like field, and we can give number like first one. If we want to show only line number, like column number 1, and emp, it displayed only emp numbers column. Okay, so cut basically we can use for the file of the content, whether if we want second column, third column, or like that. So if we want multiple columns, then we can give cut minus f 1 comma 2, or if we want fifth column directly, we can give. So it will display first column, second column, employee name, and the fifth column 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hire date, displayed hire date. Okay.
The same way we cannot get a row.
Row, there is separate commands like head and tiles are there. Okay. So what head command will give, by default, like see head emp, first 10 lines it will display. Okay, from the file. Got it? If you want last 10 lines, 10 rows, then you can use tail command. So it will give last 10 rows from the file. Suppose you want last row, it will given. Okay, the number hyphen whichever the row you want from the last 10 rows, 10 rows.
But we cannot get particular row. For example, Ford row we cannot get.
Fourth row, right? Like we can give head minus 4 emp. It will give 4 rows actually, or how is it? Yeah, first 4 rows it given. I'm not sure. It will give plus 4 means different. No such file or directory. Is it? Okay. You mean to say particular row number
Yeah,
you want,
complete. For
right?
example, 7839 King President higher paid salary, like that particular row only. That only 7839 row.
Uh,
Minus 1 if I give yet to minus 1 if I give maybe
first row it will come.
yeah minus 1.
If we will give like this, first row alone it will come like
Then
the
minus
header.
2 if I give
Yeah,
second
first
row.
both will come. First and
Yeah, yeah, minus 2.
second it will come.
Yeah, then like that we can particularly we can take, I think.
Yeah. So if you give first 5, then it will it will take first 5 and it will display.
Yeah, including with column name.
Yeah, for header, including with
Yeah,
header.
yeah, okay.
Okay. So cut command, you guys got to know, right? Like we can redirect. This cut command is important sometimes if you will work on the Unix side more. Like suppose you want to second column data or third column data, those kind of time you can use the cut command, field whichever the field you want, and you can give the number, the column name and file name. If there is, suppose here it is by default space delimiter, right? First column is numbers and space this. Suppose if comma separated files are there, okay, so which means all comma comma from here and there. In that time you want second column data. The files will be always with delimiter separated and comma separated, right? Like the files always will be like this as well, or else abc like emp number comma ename comma job, and again here 1 2 3 comma name like abc comma job salesperson, like that. So if we want this kind of time, I want only second line, second column, second column data. So in that time we have to use cut minus f. Delimiter we have to, like, otherwise we have to mention minus d, which means delimiter, which is separated by, like, we can give comma inside of that. It means we will tell the server the file is comma separated, delimiter comma delimiter separated. Then you want the which are the column and the file name. So it will give only the ename. You got it right? What I am saying? Hello? Any confusion here?
No, no.
Yeah, okay. Like, 1 second. Pin number concatenated rename cell should be comma, and this should be comma, and this should be comma. So this is the delimiter file. Like VIEMP delimiter I tested WQ cat emp del. So now this is the comma separated file, right? Delimiter. Now you want second or third line or some second column or third column, like that data. So previously just we given cut minus f2 from emp we have given. So it given the names. So by default it is space separator, tab separator. So now we want to just same thing, we have to replicate minus d single quote or double quote comma separated and minus f second. which means name from the emp. Oh, sorry, not emp, it's emp del file name. Okay, it given the names alone same from the emp delimiter file as well. Here I given the file name with just previous file name with no comma separated, so that's why it is displayed entire content. You got it right? What is the difference between from here to so now just we are telling the server that operating system there is a delimiter with comma separated, so it should be indicate like the column separators with the comma. Okay. Hello. Understood? Any doubt here in cut command, copy, paste, move, head or tile? See, head by default with first 10 rows it will display from the file. Okay. Opposite tile command, last 10 rows. Okay. In the same way, cut command we can use it like a particular column if we want to fetch column based. Okay. If suppose you want just enames first three letters from the file, here it given entire name, right? But you want only first three letters. How you will do? Clear ls minus lrt cat emp, right? So here you want first three letters alone from the ename from the file. So for this first you can just fetch first whatever the column we want, so it will give up output, right? So again, see, we can redirect to this output to, I told you, right, like we can redirect this output to some other file like this, or else whatever the output of the result, if we want to operate something else, again cut. Again we can operate some perform from like we can give the characters cut minus c 1 to 3, first three letters. This will be, this output will be another file name first first three, else 1 to third characters emp ls minus lrt cat, here is that 102 to last one, right? You can see first three characters only it came. We can redirect the output like whatever the command we have applied previously, we can click it on up arrow. Okay, so here it will show if we want to see only just three instead of keeping the output into another file. For only fetch, we can use just instead of redirecting the output, we can just show like this. Okay, you can see right this pipe symbol what it is doing. Whatever the output we came from the first list of command, again we are operating like we gain something we are doing from the other commands. If we want to fetch the whole output into other file, we can use it greater than symbol. If we want to do more operations on the existing output data, then we can use it the concatenation symbol, and whatever we want to do we can keep it those things. Again command, not only cut command, if we want to do other operations, some other things, those we can apply. Second level filtration and all, filter and all.
Yeah, into the sensor for
Okay.
respond only.
So,
Respond.
are you guys getting?
Sir, I have one doubt.
Okay. Yes, please. Hello. I can't hear. Guys, you guys, you should respond. Otherwise, I will. How I will get to know whether you guys are understanding or not?
Hello.
Hello. Yes. Go on.
To create password or update any existing user, what are the commands? How to use it?
So for those things, admin part will come into pictures. There will be different procedures for those for creating the users, passwords and all. We can do through like the user interface side, or actually I also don't know to create like new users and all, because I never created the users and passwords to existing users or for resetting. From front end side only we have sometimes created and generated, like normally those things whoever going to admin side, right, like not SQL admin, completely server admin side, networking and Linux admin.
Okay, sir.
So those people they will create the users and reset the passwords and all. For
Okay.
database, we know right how to create the users and all. Create user username identified by the password like that. But it is the here also the DBA, but we know this. I know this SQL side, but the Unix operating system side, it's admin. I also don't know to create the new users in Linux and to reset the passwords.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So till now, any other doubts like we told cut command? I told right like pipe symbol is very important actually, because we won't just query the data of one column, or we won't execute only this one. If we want to do more operation, like if we want to sort the data, if we want to fetch first highest the file whichever the value highest value for fetching and all those things, we have to do multiple operations, like we have to pass it one output to the next set of commands like that. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to close session. If you have any doubts, please ask me here now. tomorrow I will take half an hour to 1 hour. I will close this commands actually related to commands, whatever the familiar I have familiar I will tell you. There are some other commands, scd, grep, and all are there. How to use that, like how to replace the word in the file.
Sir, I have one more doubt.
Okay.
To rename files or anything, we may use mv command, sir. Move or rename.
Move or rename, yeah. From one file name to we can give another, it will automatically will rename as well. Any other doubts, you guys? Some other? There is one more important concept, like how to use the VI editor and shell script, how to write the shell script. And there is a important command, grep command is there, and scd command. If any, there is a unique and sort. Some other important commands are there. I will tell you tomorrow on these commands. Okay. So that's it for the day. You can just, if you have any doubts, you can ask. Otherwise, we can close the call.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you all.